Hello family, and welcome to my channel. I wanted this video to be about the effects of gossip and why it's such a powerful tool for someone who wants to take you down, like a narcissist or a gang stalker. So let's start with this. Gossip, most of the time it's a lie, and lies travel faster than the truth, because that's all it is just gossip. That's what it does. So there's a story about, so they do, okay, not even a story, it's an experiment where they tell someone something, and they have people, well, they have a group of people line up, and then they tell them one thing, right? The one thing. So they have the people tell the person next to them down the line, that secret or whatever. And then by the time it gets to the last person, it's so misconstrued and so convoluted that it's not even believable that it's that person. And that is what gossip does. That is the purpose of gossip, to have that person's identity so misconstrued and convoluted, and have that person who is being gossiped about have their mind in that same state. So this is what gossip does, or what it means to do, if you really don't know any better. And as I said in a previous video, can't remember which one it was, gossip can't have any effect on you if you're always improving, really. It might have people around you detach some maybe important people that were important to you, but use it as a tool to make you grow. It's already bullshit, so why not make it fertilizer? Why not do that instead of worrying about, because people who spread gossip about you, they want you to be devastated. They want to slander your name. They want you to be in tears over the heartbreak of the separation, or the discarding, people discarding you, and people turning their back on you, the betrayal, which is another powerful tool. So betrayal to a narcissist or someone spreading gossip with evil intent is the same as a knife, or a sword. It cuts off connection. It cuts off your ties to people. It isolates you. If you want to cut off somebody's arm, or you have to first isolate it, and then you can cut it off. You cut off all their important, and it shakes the foundation of a person who's gonna sit there and try not to look crazy, try to run around after people, try to salvage friendships, relationships, business ships, but you can't lose real friends like that. You can't lose real people and things that were meant for you. You can't lose them that way. So let them go. It's easier said than done, I'm sure, for some people. For me, it was damn easy. I'm like, if I can lose you to somebody that you don't even know, and you don't even know if they know me on a large scale, on a real deep level, then you can go. You basura, bye. Dude, chunk the deuces, man. It's never a right time to say goodbye, but that is definitely a lie, because that is a right time to say goodbye when you got somebody gossiping about you and it's a longtime friend, and you lose your friend to that person, because of what that person said to you. This is why in another video also I said it's better to talk to each other than to talk about each other, because you learn so much more when you talk to each other, and you get a better perspective on who that person is and what their intentions are, because it's all about intention. Like, sometimes gossip is spread basically with the best intentions, but it ends up kind of shitty. I can handle gossip or shitty things happening to me because of other people when their intentions were good. I'll just give them fair warning and stay out of it next time. Just don't. Then you have evil, the intentions were shitty the whole time. They meant you no well-being. They only meant you harm, right? So it is meant to disconnect, to sever ties, to end things, cause death to something, be it your friendships, your family relationships, your finances, your job, your foundation, your stability. That's what it's meant to do. by people with ill intent. And it could mean just the opposite for people with positive intent. You know, not all gossip is terrible gossip. I mean, it's not something that should be done regardless, but not all gossip is of ill will. The next one is to have you in your feelings, so much about these, have you so heartbroken and so devastated that you can't even think straight. You know, they want you dizzy and confused, as you know, as if they aren't dizzy and confused themselves for running around and doing all this. They are doing the most at this point. You know, once they see they can, you know, rapture one person out of your life, you know, and somebody who probably wasn't even the best quality person to begin with. You know, you got to look for quality in people, and you don't lose quality people to gossip and rumors and lies, you know. Or at least if you're going to lose a quality person, they'll come to you and ask you and, like, you know, investigate you instead of taking this person's word at face value, which is worthless, just like the person that left you based on what they said. Or people. And it is meant to, like I said, it is, in most of the time it's intended to destroy the person. It's intended to have that person not knowing who to trust, to have you run around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to repair these relationships, you know, that were probably toxic to begin with. And you know, you don't lose friends, you lose haters. You lose secret haters. That's all you losing. So, you know, at some points you got to thank a person for gossip, and you got to thank the people that leave you. Like, thank you for showing me that. Thank you for, you know, pulling a veil from over my eyes, because I was walking around with rose-colored glasses about you probably. You know, thank you for that. You know, don't get in your feelings about it. Separate. You got to separate to elevate sometimes, you know, and that is your way of separation, because sometimes we hold on to things that we are not supposed to, or we hold on to them too long, and then God's like, you know what, time's up. You know, let's send this person in your life, and you know, let's wreck shop. And that's exactly what he does. And for some of us, it's the start of a spiritual journey, and for others, it's just, you know, we move to that next step. We get to that level that we've been praying about. It's like, God, why isn't it happening? Well, it wasn't happening. Some things don't show up until some people leave, or some things leave. So you got to take it. You know, of course, I wasn't going to tell you the effects of something without offering some advice. Hopefully it's sound to you. But the whole thing is, people play on emotions. You know, like the Bible plays on fear, and so does, you know, basically so does the government. You know, a lot of fear is more powerful than love, unfortunately. You know, people move more when they're afraid than they, you know, then they're more likely to act on fear than they are on love. People don't even act on anger nearly as much as they do fear. So there's that. It is to have you afraid to move a certain way, afraid to be yourself. They don't want you to be yourself, you know, because then you know, they try to use what they've seen from you being yourself as a pivotal point. So once you do a certain thing, or you react or act a certain way, they can be like, oh, see, you know, that's what I was talking about. That's so they could XYZ, as if this person has known you your entire life, you know, as if they've known you, you know, they know you from A to Z. So that's what that is for. They are looking for that moment for somebody to be like, I see what that person was talking about. I see what that, you know, that nobody, that nothing as person was talking about, you know, because who in their right mind has time to sit around and talk about somebody else all day? I don't know. And why you would want to spend that kind of energy instead of, you know, building yourself up, I have no idea, but people do it all the time. You know, that's another thing. You know, don't get mad, you know, just elevate, separate, elevate, and, you know, all that stuff. And those people will be in the past, and who is supposed to make it with you in the future will make it. People place so much on emotions and emotional attachments we form with each other, towards each other, that, you know, we find a lot of us, or some, I need to stop saying us, because I don't care. I'll ghost a person quick. I'm sorry. That's just who I am. But many you know, they hold on to a person despite all reasonable doubt being removed that this person is indeed not good for them. They are toxic for them. They are a snake in the grass, and this person is mowing their grass every day, twice on Sundays, and they refuse to see the truth, and they refuse to let this person go because of some stuff they went through together. Seasons and reasons, people. Seasons and reasons. Some people are in your life for a season. Some people are in your life for a reason. And some people are in your life for several seasons until you see the reason. So learn how to let go. You know, for some people it's painful, and because of some people and the connection they had, it's painful. But everything has an end. Even, you know, everything is temporary, the good and the bad. So there's that. Okay, so another thing that gossip is for is to have everybody talking. So this is the kicker right here. So people, you know, they're gonna run their mouths, you know, about stuff they know or don't know. And usually you're repeating things you already don't know, or something somebody else has told you. And the gossip is so powerful in this way, is that the person who spread the gossip doesn't even have to be there for the rumor to continue, you know. And especially if it's in an environment you frequent, it's just you hear about it all the time, especially if the lie is juicy enough, you know, the gossip, the rumor, whatever. If it's juicy enough, especially, and if you're doing something and they're like, yo, see what she mean? I see what